Everything is good though in quarantine with everyone at home. It looks like the littlest one is your mini me. You and the girls are doing TikToks. It's all.
I am loving it. Everyone said, oh my God, it must be a nightmare. Far from it. It is freaking incredible. Let me tell you, I've done more cooking the last 2 months than I have in the last 2 years. They ask for menus now. I go to shopping inside supermarkets. I'm pushing trolleys. I'm getting up, making milkshakes. I'm making bread. I swear to God, my hands are cut. I've got pasta machines coming out my backside. And more importantly, they're asking for individual meals now. Food is that good.
Being a father, being a husband, we are celebrating you guys, dads, right now because Father's Day is coming up. How would you say fatherhood has changed you?
Yeah, I did a 360. Sadly, I didn't have a great relationship with my father, and he had a serious drink problem. So everything I sort of grew up with, I've done the opposite as a father with my son. So from day one, it's about helping them find their passion. And it wasn't about A stars and coming top of the class. There's too much pressure on them in this day and age. So that relationship for me was crucial because everything I didn't have from my father, I've given to Jack, and Oscar will follow suit. So that bond is unique. And all I said from an early age was, the earlier you tell me, the more I can do. And don't give me the problem, give me the solution. You think about it and I'll help you. So, at 20, it's an amazing relationship. So we don't see a lot of each other now because he's active and he's out and about. But the time we do have is of quality.
Season 2, first of all, congratulations. This is awesome. You go everywhere this season. There's nothing that you're not touching. There's nothing that you're not doing. What was the best place for you that you could say that you had the most unbelievable time? I mean, I guess all of them, but is there one that stuck out?
It's still exciting now. Sibley going to countries for the first time. Indonesia, Guyana was extraordinary. Tasmania was just incredible. Yeah. I think standing on the skids outside the helicopter, hovering 6-7 feet above the top of the trees, 60, 70 knots across the jungle, and then rappelling 250 foot down into a river laced with caimans and alligators was just, from a chef's point of view, it didn't get any better than that.
When you go into these situations, each episode, every time you get on that plane and you travel, do they give you a little hint, or do you know fully what's about to go down?
No, I get nothing. The success of Uncharted is about sort of being dropped in it and almost becoming a pupil. So having that kind of dynamic with the sort of big chief, local chef, getting up to speed and having a week to get up to their level, for me is sort of going back to the, blackboard in a way that I'm educating myself, but with a serious challenge at the end of the week. So no, it's raw. I go in, unnoticed, and I want to become a local quickly.
Does it get emotional for you when you see what's going on there and how cool it is, and just taking for that very moment, you're like, here we are, this is happening?
Really good question. It's deeper than an emotional journey because it's surreal. In the jungle, they hunt for what they need. There's no wastage. Making a bow and an arrow, hunting for caiman, catching fish for that day, spitting large, giant black piranhas, grilling them, going off into the jungle for a snack and finding a super large tarantula and grilling it, picking the legs off and frying it as a snack in the afternoon. It's just, you have to pinch yourself. So this is how the tribe live. This is how they survive. And then for 5 months of the year, they're flooded, with the monsoon. All of a sudden, they're jacked up above the river and in these incredible tree houses. So I'd never come away from any of these countries thinking, glad to be out of there. I actually wanted to stay and prolong, my visit for an extended time.
Absolutely. It's going to be great to see it play out throughout the season. I got to see the first episode and it looks so cool. By the way, shot so beautifully.
That's not me. I mean, I still get anxious when, cameraman's struggling to hook into the helicopter. I'll be carrying these sticks, or I'll get the sound bag, jumping out of the helicopter 800-900 meters from shore in South Africa because we couldn't land the bird because of the winds. I said to the captain, I said, look, I'm fine with 8-10 footers. You know, I love diving in that surf. He said, yeah, don't worry about the surf. Worry more about the great whites. So I'm like, okay, let's do that again. And then just before I get up in the helicopter, the cameraman said, can you wear a GoPro? And I say, can you f*** off? Because I don't give a about a GoPro right now. What I give a about is my ass. He said, yeah, but you're missing the point. If your ass gets bitten, we won't get it on the GoPro. So put the camera on.
Now, knowing that you're going into deep waters and things of this nature, and you're taking these big risks, you've said you've got 12 lives, right? How does your family wrap their head around it, especially your wife, knowing that you're putting yourself at risk, but you're doing something that you love to do?
They don't know I'm doing that crazy travel, and you've just f***ed it for me. Because now I'm gonna have to sign the insurance policies again. So I, three amazing daughters and 2 sons. Jack is halfway through his training in the Royal Marine Commandos unit, and so he's obsessed with sort of SBS and focusing on the military. And so every time I send him a cool picture, he says, "Dad, dude, you're too old for that. Leave it to me." So, and then he'll send me a text back and he'll say, you sure you don't want to be in the military rather than being a chef? Because you got to leave that up to the real deal, the military, the Navy SEALs. You should not be jumping out of a goddamn helicopter at your age. I'm like, Jack, really? So I only confide in Jack, our eldest son, and he's just turned 20. So the rest of the family, honestly, hand on heart, they've got no idea what I'm doing.